This is my review of the seminar, The Coffee Ring Effect and the Physics of Breakfast by Professor Peter Juncker. So in this seminar, the professor goes into the physics of the way that spilled coffee dries. If you look at the ring that forms when coffee dries, it's darker around the edges and lighter in the center, and he kind of talks about why that happens. So originally when coffee spills, it forms kind of like a half sphere, and that's due to adhesion and cohesion. Adhesion to the surface that the coffee was spilled on, and cohesion is that the molecules want to be surrounded by other molecules. So in order to maximize the number of molecules that each one is around, they form this little half sphere that sits on top of this flat surface. And then when evaporation starts to happen, it is the drop is thinnest on the edges, so it will start to evaporate that the two sides first, causing like a kind of like dome in the middle, which then like separates out, and that just kind of continues happening until the coffee ring is formed. And the reason that the edges don't come out is because there's like the phenomenon called pinned edges, and the fact that like surface tension wants to minimize the surface area, and just kind of like those laws of physics. And the professor described this phenomenon as like a happy accident. And I didn't see any ways that stuck out to me that this seminar related to our Physics 2 course, but it did relate heavily to my synthesis lab course. We did a lot of experiments with like distillation and dissolving various chemicals and like dichloromethane and stuff like that, which was very similar to how the professor described like dissolving coffee beans in water and how the oils are extracted, as well as just the physics of like molecules wanting to like stick together is something that I've seen a lot in synthesis lab this semester.